Hello and welcome to a demonstration video where I show how to play the Enzoth warrior against a unknown druid, which in this case turns out to be a Jade druid. So we go for a standard mulligan. Whoops, sorry about that. Um, yeah, as a side note, I'm quite new with the recording equipment, so we have a flickering mouse and some kind of dead screen showing up, so please disregard that. So all right, we see the Druid skipping his turn 1 play, going for, yeah, skipping the turn 2 play. So at this point, I feel that it's probably a Jade Druid. Doesn't look like one of the aggressive Druids. And, you know, from our Grime Street here, we get a few nice options. Obviously, Tarim is excellent against Jade Druid. Arcanite Reaper is decent as well, but I prefer the Tarim here, which gives us great value later in the game. So sort of easy pick there. And we see the Druid go for a strong draw play, Innervate Nourish, and this tells us that it's probably very likely a Jade Druid. It could also be one of the big Druids, which run all these big minions, but in that case, it will be more probable to see Ramp from the Nourish. But we see the card draw, we're comfortable it's Jade Druid, we're happy with the Tarim choice from the Grime Street. So here on out, we just proceed with a normal Jade Druid game plan. And the game plan against Jade Druid is that we want to sort of stop his draw, stop the auctioneers and all that with some good dirty red plays. We want to get the death rattles out as quickly as possible and draw into our Enzoth, which can then give us a huge tempo swing, and then we beat him down with the death rattles. Yeah, on paper, fairly easy, but you know, in practice, it's pretty hard against this type of deck. And all right, we see the first Jade come out from the Jade Behemoth. Here we have a few options. We can obviously draw some cards with the shield block, but you know, going for the ooze, decent play, forces him to trade a bit. Not much else to do here. I used the coin before to get up to 3/6, so we can't go for Tarim here. And in any case, I think that the Tarim is quite valuable. We want to hold on to it for one of the bigger minions, get some more value. So yeah, we're not in a bad spot here at all. You know, we are always behind in this matchup from the start, but we're still doing okay at this point. So here we don't have any, you know, excellent clear play. So I just go for the draw. I get lucky with a Fire War Axe, exactly what is good against this 3/3. So yeah, clean board, which is nice. You always want to keep the Druid side of the board pretty clean because yeah, if you got the board against Jade Druid, you're in a good spot. And here we see him go a bit wide with the Ooze and the Jades. And actually, going for the Dirty Rat here is what I choose to play. It might seem a bit preemptive. It might seem like we can get better value from the Brawl later. But I see this window of opportunity where, you know, if he has a Gadget Stand in hand, it's a high chance that we pull it. And if we pull it and it dies in the Brawl, he's he's set way back in his sort of drawing game plan. And that's exactly what happened. I'm really happy with this. Even though we see this kind of huge tempo play following turn, I'm still really happy that knowing that his ability to draw cards is severely limited at this point. And we get another huge top deck. We get the Sleep of the Fishes. Excellent with Ravaging Ghoul, clears the board nicely. And here I think about going for the shield block, but then again, what is he going to play on turn 10? What is likely for him to have in hand? And one of the obvious late game plays or around turn 10 is the Primordial Drake. So I think that, okay, Drake, hero power, cleans my board, but if I drop the Armorsmith and he goes for the play, I can Tarim to sort of trade the Drake with my 3/3 Armorsmith. So it's a nice way of playing around the Drake. And that's exactly what happens. So yeah, nice value from the Tarim here. You know, some might argue that, okay, we want the Tarim for a big Jade, but you know, it's not gonna get much better than this in terms of tempo and value. So beside of the Tareem, I guess Shield Block would be nice here. You can go for the Ghoul as well. It's, it's all right. You get another body, but I like getting the draw. I'm hoping to see more Death Rattles coming in, giving me even more options, even more possible plays. Obviously, we have Drake in hand. That's great. We have the Hatchling that we can drop, which is the second Hatchling, so that's amazing. One step closer to the good and soft turn. And yeah, we see the Jade's reaching 5/5 now, starting to get pretty big. We have we can just here I just go for filling up the board. Obviously, we want the Hatchling on board. We want him to die at some point. We can also play the Armor Smith. We can play the Ravaging Ghoul. Going for the Drake doesn't really accomplish anything. We cannot clear anything, and we just damage our own guy with it. So Hatchling here is, good play. Dropping the other two small guys is preferable, I think. So I think that's what I'm going for here. If you think about the 1 damage from the Ghoul, we can see that it puts sort of his guys into a better Primordial Drake range. So yeah, softens them up a bit for the following Drake turn. Obviously, our board is quite wide as well, so the Drake will damage us, but, going for this play gives us a few options. It threatens him a lot. He doesn't want to fall behind on board. Druid sucks at catching up in this sort of situations. So we actually see Ardent Scales come out, puts that guy in Drake range. That's always good. Here, obvious Drake turn, can put the 3/3 into the 3/5 and just get a clean Drake. Damage onto our guys, not big of a deal. I think, yeah, he used the swipe, and not sure if he has another one at this point, but in any case, yeah, strong board for us. And we have a, possible Unzoth turn on the next turn, should we be able to trade our Hatchling into something that he plays. So okay, second swipe comes out, that's fine, no worries. What we are scared of here is, we are actually in a really good position. We can play the Unzoth for a huge tempo swing. But at this point, I'm really scared of actually of seeing Yogg-Saron, because we saw Gluttonous Ooze being played, which is not, a typical Jade card, and seeing that kind of tech card tells me that he might also play Yogg-Saron. Not everyone does that. I guess most people don't, but some do, and that can, really screw us over if we're unlucky. So I actually don't go for the obvious tempo and Zoth play here. We haven't drawn Karen, we haven't drawn the Infested Tauren, but still, it would be such a huge tempo swing to play Zoth. So I sort of gamble a bit here. I hope that, he holds on to Jog, or that he plays Jog this turn, and, we get the Zoth the next turn. But my prediction goes sort of punished. He top decks Aya, which is huge, one of the best cards you can get. Which makes me feel, maybe I should have played the Zoth. Maybe that was not the best decision. But in any case, we have an Execute for one of the guys here. We can Curator, which is great for more cards. We can draw off the Acolyte. So we're not that, it's still pretty good. We get another Drake for the Acolyte, for two draws from the Acolyte, which is excellent. And I'm pretty much hoping that we're drawing to Cairn pretty soon, which to get even more value from the Unzoth. Okay, so we see Wrath come out, and he still hasn't played, I think it's the leftmost card in his hand, so I'm still thinking like, oh, that has to be Jog. Why is he holding on to Jog? Okay, he's probably holding on because he gets good top decks, but I'm still really scared of that card. It's obviously not something that you just toss out, because then we would have seen it long ago. Okay, so scary board here, and we get Heal Slam, excellent top deck. And yeah, we can double draw off the Acolyte, so Nice round here. We get to remove one guy. We can put the Drake into the fan roll. Uh, our healthy Drake will probably get knocked down by his, but it's still okay. We got nice minions to play the following turn. We got double 5/5s, or sorry, double 5 drops, or we can just play the ends off. So nice options here. Oh, we even get the shield, sorry, the Fiery War Axe for potential removal. So still looking okay, despite, not going for that, ends off tempo window that we had before. Oh, so we see the Erden scales come out. So what I thought was Yogg was actually an Erden scales, which tells me, all right, okay, we might miss the window before, but at least, I know my Enzov is pretty safe here. So I consider going for it. It's not bad here. We get double 3/6s plus the 5/7 Enzov. So it's a nice play, but at the same time, I feel that he has used both swipes. He has used both rats. He has used one Feral Rage. He has about 10-ish cards left, so he doesn't really have removal for this 4/2 Drake. Most likely, he's just forced to kind of knock one of his big guys into it. So we can go for the Fiery War Axe here, just knock down the 8/1, and retain our taunt on the board, which is really good. And we can put one of the 5 drops on the board instead. And out of the Elise and the Direhorn, I think Direhorn is slightly better because Elise, she delays our Karen by a turn. She's not as big as the other guy. Of course, our big beast gets value traded by the 9/9, but that's okay. We can clear it off with the axe anyway. So yeah, still looking pretty good for us. He just has one card. He's not drawn the second Nourish, which is really good. We see Jade's coming every turn. Of course, it's a bit scary, but we have taunts. We have some tools, so still good. We get the second Shield Slam, which just clears that 10/10 right off. And as you see, we can clear the axe on the other guy, so still really nice. And at this point, I guess Enzalth is just good. Depends on what he draws here. If it's another Jade, Enzalth is still nice because we get double taunt and we still have the Drake taunt. All right, so another Jade Idol. I think he has one more in his deck after this one. But still, it doesn't matter if it's 11/11, 15/15. We have the taunts. That's all that matters. We have the board. We have the board behind the taunts to sort of push damage now. So, okay, I have 5 cards left, of which one is Cairn, one is the Angora Pack, we got Dirty Rat, we got one more Execute, and something else. So, Cairn is coming, but, it's really tempting to play the ends off. It's such a huge tempo swing. So, I go for it here. It's too good to not to pass up on. We might get sort of punished by drawing care next turn, but whatever. It's a nice board. And at this point, we are pretty much winning. He can't do much. He doesn't have Yogg. He doesn't have any way to clear this board, so we just proceed to knock him down. Of course, we draw the Cairn. The turn after ends off, but that's okay. It's at this point, it's like a win more condition, which we already won with ends off here. So, all right, guys, that's wraps this up. If you have any questions, just ask me on YouTube or in the guide or wherever, and I'll see you around. See you guys next time.